And I would say, first off, please don't sit up here and talk about me because you know what? Okay, so look, I use um shea butter for my skin, right? Because any other like lotion or anything like that, it dries my skin out. Like my skin just absorbs like a lot of I don't know, but I can't use like regular lotion and stuff like that. When I do, it my face is dry within like 2 or 3 minutes, right? So I use shea butter. But my problem is that I don't I always don't know how much to use. So I just throw it all over my body. And so I'll just be shiny. You see, I'll just be shiny all day long until it wears off. But at least I know, my skin is moisturized or whatever. But welcome this morning, ladies. I want you guys to come to the Empower Her Soul session. Um, Andrina is coming on tomorrow to go ahead and do her takeovers, and she's gonna do the inspiration in 30 tomorrow because I want you to see her in action. I want you to see exactly, what she's gonna talk about, what she's gonna do, and the topic is if loving me is wrong, I don't want to be right. So if you out there and you want to start to get yourself in a position where you are doing more, you're living your highest and truest self, you want to be able to get your questions answered about different things and how you can maneuver and navigate your life. Hey, Bree, please just come to the Empower Her Soul session. It's only $20. It's going to be on Sunday, 4 p.m. And it's only 2 hours. Depending on what's going on. I usually try not to put no time limit on it, but that's basically the a roundabout time where everybody is kind of in a position where they got all their questions answered. So you know um that's usually when it ends. But yeah, I want you to come on so we can laugh and we can get personal, and it's something for you, right? It's something for you where you can come and um you could just get some knowledge and feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? And those things that you might be battling with, you'll be able to come and really get some clarity on where you are. I've been running a couple of ads. Hey Trees, I've been running a couple of it's Trees, right, Miss Carrie? I hope that's right. Or is it Tree C? Which one is it? Just let me know. I've been running some ads on Facebook you guys probably saw, and looking at the comments on how women respond as to what they see when they look in a mirror. I'm not shocked or anything like that, but I do say if the help is here, you want to be able to take advantage of it, right? If you go to a therapist or you go somewhere else, they're going to charge you out the ass, right? But we have some excellent coaches where you could come and at least get started, at least get yourself in a position where you could start to take those steps, and it's no judgment. Mostly all of us are on this journey, right? I tell y'all my business every day because I'm on this journey, like I said, and I'm gonna be there, of course, to help host, but also I'm listening, right? Y'all know I need relationship help too, shoot. So but anyway, so I want you to come. I want you to hang out with us, and bring your girlfriends and bring all the people that you think, would love it and enjoy it and need it. And today I wanted to talk about your vibe is your tribe, only because I had this lady, contact me, and she was, a lot of people they DM me, or if they have my number, they found it somewhere, they'll text me, and she was just saying how she needs to get around from her environment, the people that she's hanging out with. Basically, she wants to go for this job, so she's going for this new job, a government job, where she has to quit smoking marijuana, quit doing all this stuff. And she said that she needs it because she's a single mom, and she started getting herself prepared. She started working out. She quit smoking, but some of her friends uh, keep coming around and saying, hey, such and such, why don't we go out? And hey, such and such, let's go ahead and, do whatever. And she keeps telling them, like, I can't do that no more. I'm trying to get myself on, this job and get on the right track. And so she said, Gloria, literally, my friends, the person who she was talking to was like, I don't know why you're trying to go out for that anyway. You being a government employee, whatever it was. I think it was like law enforcement or something like that. You going out there, I don't even know why you want to go out there and do something like that. You know, uh, you were better off working. She said she used to work as an administrator somewhere. You was better off working as an administrator somewhere else. You could still be able to do what you want. Now you got to quit. Now you got to do this, you know, now you got to sit up here and be all, different. How are we going to sit up here and chill? And she said, Gloria, I don't know what to do. Right? She said, because these are my friends. And, are they right? And I just asked that question. I said, are your friends going to pay your rent? Are your friends going to take care of your kids? Or is this particular friend or your friends just telling you all of the things that they want and that they've been getting from you, and now you're cutting it off because you want to go and better your life? They are afraid of that, right? Hey, Candace, because you want to go and better your life, they're afraid of it because now they lose you. Does that make sense? Now you are not on the same track. Now you're trying to be better than them, where the only thing you're trying to do is better your life. And so I told her, I said, I said, your vibe is your tribe. So what you seeing and what you noticing and what you looking at is how you used to act, right? How you used to be, what was good for you, what state of mind you was in at that time. And now that you're trying to make the switch, they giving you resistance. They telling you how they really feel about you because you are no longer serving their needs, right? And she said, no, I don't think that's true because we've been friends since we were little, and we grew up together and we did everything together. And I'm like, yes, that might be true. And think about it, y'all. You have a lot of friends that you grew up with, that you are very close with, but you know how you separate. You keep some of those friends in different buckets, right? So you have friends that who you just chill with, hang out with. They really don't have nothing going on, but they're your party friends. Then you have your friends that you actually, set some goals with, that you talk to about life, that you can, talk to about different things. Those are different friends. Then you have your friends who, you probably have a good relationship with because you got history together. But at the same time, y'all don't really see each other that much. Y'all still call each other friends. Y'all text once in a while, all of that. But when you are trying to move in a different direction, you are going to lose some friends only because you are no longer serving their needs. Does that make sense? And it's the same thing in a relationship too. A friendship is a relationship, but when you are no longer serving their needs, they start to resist and they start to tell you all of the things to make you stay or stick around or continue to hang out with them because of their fears. They are afraid that if you go, right, they're not going to have nobody to smoke with, to drink with, to hang out with, to sleep with, to do all that stuff. So they do these Jedi mind things, not on purpose though. And that's what I want to let you guys know. It's not on purpose. It's really not. They do it because they want to be able to still get their needs met. You do it too, right? You do it too. But what we have to understand is your vibe is your tribe. If you are vibrating on a higher level where you got love in your heart and you ready to make some moves and you ready to live life and take your life to the next level, all of that vibration is going to attract something different. And the people around you, some of them might come with you, but some of them might fall off. Some are going to talk about you, right? And some of them are going to be happy for you. Some of them are going to tell you you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and bring you all this negativity. And they really mean well, but they're just afraid, right? Because they can only see in their world and beyond, and they can't see beyond the scope of their reality each and every day. Does that make sense? But for you though, you have to make a decision. I don't care if it's a friend or mate. The hardest thing is when it's a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, or somebody who is close to you, and you telling them all this stuff, right? And they sitting up there and they're saying, well, I don't, you sure you can do that? And shoot, I never heard of nobody doing something like that. You sure that's good for you? Oh, well, you got high ambitions. I don't know how that's going to happen. Well, didn't you think about doing something a little bit lower than that? It's going to happen. And it hurts because you would think that the person will be with you, right? But the only thing that I want to tell you and the message is today is whatever God put in your heart to do, and whatever he told you to do, go do it. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out. It doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if it takes you a long time to do it. Go do it anyway. Because they are fearful, when they get to see you do it and they see it's working out for you, maybe they will come on board, right? Maybe they will come on board. If they don't, they will move out of the way. They will move out the way. Remember, this journey, y'all, when you start this journey, a lot of people start to trickle off, right? Because you're giving up those habits that no longer serve you, right? And because you're giving up those habits that no longer serve you, that means the people who have those habits start to resist and start to walk away, right? And because of that, now you start to look around, right? And say, well, where is everybody? Right? What happened to all of my friends? Why is my phone not blowing up the way it used to? Where, Saturday nights, we are always, you know, uh, doing things. And now we're not doing anything. What happened to Larry? He would usually come over and hang out with me. You are no longer serving their needs, honey. You are no longer giving them what they want. Remember I told y'all, I don't know if y'all was on or if you heard, but I was in a relationship with someone, and maybe it's been almost a year since we broke up, right? And um, when we broke up, we was like, okay, that's it. We're not gonna do this anymore. But we continued to, like see each other, and we slept together twice, right? And then when we did that, um, he asked me to go out, and so I said yes. And so when we went out, I was just like, what are we doing? Right? I said, what are we doing? Why are we, going back and forth like this? And he said, clear as day, I don't I don't know if I want to be, in a relationship with you. And he was explaining why, right? So I asked the question, and this is real, y'all. And this is it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I asked the question. I said, if I take you to my house right now, would you sleep with me? He said, absolutely. And I said, so you will sleep with me, but you don't want me? No, it ain't like that. Well, what are you saying? What are you saying? Well, I just thought that, we would be able to have a different, like relationship until we figure things out. No, homeboy. No, homeboy. You wanted to continue to get your needs met, but you didn't want the whole package. Because, see, when one person changes, you want to hold on, right? And still get what you want. And I said, I can't sleep with nobody who don't want me. I mean, that's terrible, right? That's a terrible thing. And he like, I understand. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you were trying. But you were trying to get your own needs met. Now, can I blame him? No, because people are selfish, right? Even you and I. So I get it. But at the same time, because I changed at that particular point, I had to make a decision, right? And even though the decision was going to be a little bit hard, that's where loving yourself comes into play. Can you hear me? Because I said to myself, if I was going to be demoted to a person that you were just sleeping with, then what does that say about me? Right? Your vibe is your tribe. What was I going to be doing? Supplying all of his needs and not getting anything? Sitting up here being one way and everything is fine on his end, and I'm battling with myself because I don't want to be able to change my environment. I am afraid to see what it's like to walk the journey alone. Hell no. We ain't doing that. Nope, 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 nope. Because you say to yourself, I have come too far to backtrack. And even though I messed up twice, you gotta get your mind right, right? Because it's okay if you do fall back, but you have to be able to make those decisions and continue to go on and stick to your guns. Because I'm telling you, people, including yourself, will use others for what they want because we are all selfish. But what we have to understand is that if we don't throw up those boundaries and we don't get around those healthy things, our vibe starts to change, y'all. We fall into this abyss where it is okay that someone is taking your body, but they don't want all of you. It is okay that someone is treating you a certain way and telling you that you should be doing XYZ, where you know you are on a path to loving yourself and getting yourself together. No, nobody has that kind of power over you. Nobody. But see, the point I'm trying to make by telling you that story and telling you the topic today is the fact that when you start to raise your standards and you really start to practice loving yourself, you know how to cut off those old patterns, right? Because what was he showing me in that example, y'all? He like, shoot, this is what I'm used to, so why can't we do this? right? I thought you was that kind of person. So, why can't we just go on until I get tired, right? Why can't you just continue to smoke weed with me even though you're trying to go ahead and get a job? And then you could just hide it. Just go get those things that you could clean your system out with and go to the doctor and get something. Or I got a friend that can do something. But you shouldn't have to change yourself in order to go ahead and get this job. Well, I'm trying to do better. I am not the old me, right? And you trying to put the old me in front of me to see if I take the bait. But that's where you, Treese, Bree, Candace, have to look and say, you know what? As much as I would like to get a little something, something today, it ain't worth it. As much as I like to be a little bit buzzed up today, it ain't worth it. As much as I like to be with you and hanging out with you, overall, it ain't worth it. And that's hard to do when you still got feelings and you feel like you can compromise. Because what do? We talk to ourselves, we rationalize, we try to say we're in control and we have the power. No, ma'am. Nope, nope, nope. That is not true. You do not. You are not in control. You do not have the power. You are rationalizing with yourself to give in to these people. But when you have a good tribe with you, when you have a good tribe with you, they will say, you know what, Bree? Yes, I agree with you and I appreciate it. And we're going to hang in there and we're going to hold out. And you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'll go ahead and I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to drink, cuz I don't want to entice you. And if I do, I'm not going to stay around you because I know you need to go get this job. This is you finally got the opportunity to make more money and do stuff with your kids. I'm so proud of you, man. Come on, we could do this. We could do this. Like, if you could do it, then I know I could do it. I could probably clean myself up in a relationship. I respect you and I understand, what you're saying. And yes, maybe this is something that, we need to stop, or we need to finally make a decision on where we going and what we doing. That's called respect, right? That's called respect. And if a person is willing to put their selfish needs above yours and try to convince you and tell you all this stuff, they don't respect you. They don't care, right? They come first and then that's it, right? That's why we have to be selfish enough to stand up for ourselves. That's why we have to be selfish enough to say, you know what? I love me and I love my body. And I don't have to take this shit. Like, what? Who 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 said somewhere that I got boo for the fool written all over my head? But you see, people will try you, right? And if they can do it once, they're going to try again. And if they can do it again, they're going to do it again until it's all done. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, in my case, I'm looking down the road. And if I were to continue with what I was doing, then one day you could just sit up here and say, well, we were friends anyway. I don't know why you're getting so upset because I got somebody else, or I'm not calling you anymore. We wasn't really like that anyway. Y'all will see me on Snap. You get it? Y'all will see me on Snap. Not because I'm mad at him. I'm mad at myself for allowing that. Does that make sense? People will only do what you allow them to do. You are in 100% control of the decisions that you make in your life. Who comes in, who goes out, who gets in that personal space, everything. You want to be able to vibe with people who you know is going to uplift you, who's going to be there for you, who's going to respect you, who's going to tell you no when you out of line, who's going to set you straight when you are all over the place, because the roles could be switched and turned around, right? You might be the one influencing somebody. You might be the one enticing someone, right? But if you respect them enough, right? And if they respect you enough, they'll say, you know what? Nah, let's look at this, right? Why do we want to continue to do this to ourselves? And then we go back and forth with our emotions, and then next week we broken up. Why do we want to continue to go down this road of bad behavior where we know we're trying to increase our income and do different things? Why do we keep doing this? And that's why you have to vibe with people who will keep you in a vibration where you are growing. That's why we here, y'all. Keep you in a vibration where you constantly learning. Because if you're not strong enough to say no, then you still got some underlying things that you got to work on. You get it? It's not a bad thing, though. It's not a bad thing. You just know what you need to work on. There have been plenty of nights when I'm just been like, well, shit, let me go ahead and bring my own rule and just call. You know why? Because it's easy, it's comfortable, I know it's coming, and I ain't got to work hard for it. Right? But the aftermath, I know I won't be able to live with. Right? I know I won't be able to live with the aftermath. So what do? You got to continue to talk to yourself and remind yourself, look, we're going down a different road. And I tell myself this every day, Glow, we're going down a different road. We're doing things differently. You know, we're not gonna allow ourselves to be demoted and degraded to something just because you want to be able to have sex. We're not gonna sit up here and, you know, conjure up all these feelings and everything just because you want to be able to have company for a little bit, right? We're not going to sit up here and do that. What we're going to do is we're going to sit in this shit and we're going to figure out what it is that's going on with you, right? I tell you, I can't even do porn no more. I look at that shit and I just be like, it just look like TV. Right? It just looked like TV. And I'm being honest with you, right? I can't do that no more because all of those things are distractions from the real thing. Gee, are you lonely? I'm a little bit busy to be lonely. So I don't think it's that. So then it's like, gee, what is it? Well, I'm so used to having someone because I went from one to the other. And it wasn't like it was, a couple of months here, a couple of people here where you had breaks. It was one to the other. So married 9 years with someone for another 8 years. So that's very hard when that is cut off and you so used to somebody being there, you want to get back to what's familiar and you know is there for you and you know it's easy to get and you know that you can get it, but at the same time, it's not good for you. It's like that Jill Scott song. What is that song that she sang? You were never good for me, and I was never good for you. What's that Jill Scott song? Oh, running across my mind, right? Running across my mind. That shit is real. But think about it. In any situation where you have to make a decision that affects here, your friendships, your mates, your spouse, your lovers, anybody, you always are thinking and thinking because a part of you wants to say yes. But what we have to understand is that in order for us to go higher, we have to be able to break those chains and sit in what it is that is making us want to go that way, because it's not always love, y'all. Most of the time it is comfort and fear. The majority of the time it is comfort and fear. It's not love. It's sticking with the familiar, right? But at the same time it eats you up, because once that time period is over, once you done smoked that weed, slept with that person, did that stuff, whatever it is that you done, and that moment is over, you feel like shit. Because you know better. You know how to do better, right? And then you say, you know what, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to block the number. I'm not going to hang out with them no more. They call me. I'm not going to do that. Then all of a sudden you get a tap. And then here you go, oh, this mother is here again, or here did this girl go again, and I don't know how to cut this off. And then you say, nah, I'm cool, I'm straight. But they know when they pull on those strings, they tapping into who you were. You don't get rid of that. That person in here is strong. The person you're trying to build up is not as strong. So you got to be able to build this muscle until all of that stuff becomes irrelevant, where you're like, you know what, that's not me anymore. And the only way to do that is that you have to get around people who are vibing the way you want to vibe, who can influence you, who can continuously pour into you, who can go ahead and lift you up and tell you all of the beautiful things about yourself, how worthy you are, how loving you are, how much you mean to them, right? Well, Gloria, I don't have nobody around me like that yet, because they are not there, because you got to give up the old stuff so you can make room for what's coming, honey. And you know who used to say that all the time? Miss Jackie, who is one of our coaches here too. Miss Jackie would say that all the time. She would say, you have to be able to make room for the person that you want and that you're asking for in your life, but they can't come if you still got somebody in their seat. You can't have two people in the seat. You got to get rid of one. Get rid of that person so you can make room for whoever is coming. Get rid of the dead weight so you can make room for those people in your life who will push you to be greater, to be better, to show you what it's like to love yourself, to be in love, to have love, right? Where you can be transparent and you can talk. For me, myself, I don't give a shit. Sorry, y'all. I don't care anymore. My ex-husband was on the call last night when I was talking to, I don't know if y'all came on, when I was talking to Tori Michelle about marriage, right? And divorce. He was on. If you look at her video and you see another name that's similar to mine, and you'll see the two eyes down there, right? Because he still be checking stuff out or whatever. But look, I just say this, you have no power over this, sister. Okay? You have no power over this because I'm working myself every day to live the life that I want to live. And you know what? I deserve it. I deserve it. God told me what I need to do. And it's not easy every day because I still battle with different things. But guess what? At the end of the day, I know I got good women around me. Bree, Chris Ann, Candace, uh, Treese, all of you guys who are walking on the same journey, and we can talk about it, right? We can talk about it, and we can encourage each other. We can get in our workshops, and you can say, "Girl, I can't tell you what to do, but here's some of the things that I did. You make your own decision at the end of the day, and if you fall, so what? We'll just go ahead and laugh at it, get ourselves back up, and then we continue on this journey because nobody's perfect and you're not going to get it right, right? And you can't beat yourself up for making mistakes because some people learn differently. Some people have to hit the brick wall in order to change. Some people have to hit rock bottom to change. Others could go ahead and just learn from other people's experiences, right? But however it is you learn and however it is that you figure out who you are, eventually you will get it. Eventually you will get it. But you can't stop the hurt that comes along with it. You can't stop the uncomfortability that comes with it. And you definitely can't stop the pain and the journey that comes along with it because sometimes that journey is lonely until you find the right tribe, right? And the only reason why it's lonely is because you got to dig out them weeds. You got to dig out them weeds. You got to sit with yourself and say, why am I like this? Damn, why am I afraid to be alone? Why do I think that I can't find nobody? Why do I feel like this person has to be my friend? Why can't I let this go? What are the things that I'm telling myself to keep these people around me? And when you start to ask yourself those questions and you really answer them, you'll start to see most of it is comfortability and fear. You might love them, right? But most of the time, it's comfortability and fear. And I'm going to just say it. It's like, the dick is good, so I'll just get it. I know it's there and it's fine, but is it worth it? The weed is free, the drinks is free, they pay the light bill, do all that, but is it worth it? No. Because when they cut it off, they could cut you off at any time and don't care. Because as soon as you no longer serving them, they out. They out. Do you guys know I ain't get a call or a text yet after I stood my ground? You know why? Because that's all you wanted. That's all you wanted. And you will see people for who they are when you step up. And you have to tell yourself that is okay. That is okay. Right? Because you didn't fall in too deep in it, right? You didn't get too deep. I know if I would have got too deep in that, then y'all, like I said, y'all probably would have saw me on Snap. I probably would have went crazy up in here. Not because I was mad at him, but probably because I was mad at myself most of all. But I was strong enough to stop it. And once I stopped it, I got to see what that person was all about. Because people will always tell you who they are. All you have to do is sit back and listen. And he showed me. And those people around you are showing you. They showing you. We just have to stop pretending that it's something else and stop rationalizing that it's something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got, ladies. You guys, you go, you have a good day, meditate and think about it. Cut those things off that you need to cut off. You don't have to cut them off right away, right? This ain't something where you go cold turkey, because especially if you have a lot of history with people. But just know, when you start walking in a different direction and you really listen to what people are saying to you, you really start to see who they are. So you want to make sure you vibing with people who have your best interests, who really love you, and not telling you that just because they want to satisfy their own needs, who will be with you when you decide to grow and change, and who won't change because they honestly want the best for you. Okay. I love y'all. Come to the Empower Her Soul session so we can get deep into it. Andrina will be on tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Friday. Okay. I love y'all. Have a good day at work. I'm about to go to work. And if you're in Atlanta, stay dry. Or anywhere where it's raining, stay dry, because it's supposed to storm all day.